Okay, the Oakland mayor's race has Rebecca Kaplan back in, and some Kwan supporters think that it means that Jean Kwan's going to win. That's absolutely silly. This Oakland mayor's race is completely different from the 2010 one. First of all, you have roughly twice the number of incumbents in running against each other. Let's go through the tally. You've got Oakland Mayor Jean Kwan. You've got Councilmember Rebecca Kaplan at large. You've got Oakland's District 4 Councilmember Libby Schaaf running and currently doing well. You've got Courtney Ruby, the Oakland City Auditor, running, although I understand she's having fundraising problems. 4 incumbents right there are the 16 candidates, all right? Then you've got Joe Tooman, who's running for a second time, Brian Parker, who's raised more money than anyone else to date, Dan Siegel, who worked for Jean Kwan, is now running against her, Gregory Wade, who no one's seen yet, Samuel Washington, who's making his presence, Shake Anderson, who's the Green Party guy, Peter Liu, who says he's the world's smartest candidate, Patrick McCullough, who's Mr. Plainspoken, Nancy Sidebotham, who really does not like Rebecca Kaplan, truth be told, Margaret Wade Lawson, who no one has ever seen on the campaign trail to this date, and then you've got the possibility of another candidate coming in, and you might say, what about Jean? Well, the other person, Jesse Smith, is actually not running, so we can really scratch Jesse Smith out of the race. And then, of course, we don't have Bain, Askew, Bain, Capital, Page Askew stuff, ridiculous stuff anymore, right? And Larry Lionel Young is back. His second go at it as well. He got barely 1% of the vote before. I think he's going to do better this time. But the bottom line is we have a number of great candidates. Oh, Charles Lee Williams. Sorry, Mr. Williams. Didn't mean to leave you out of it. And I just interviewed you recently. The bottom line is we have a lot of great candidates this time that, if they work hard enough, can pull a lot of votes. Joe Tooman just the other day told me he met 2,000 people, something of that order. Walked 2,000 people, 2,000 streets. Did I get that correct, Joe? Working really hard out there. Brian Parker's been pounding the pavement. Libby's been working hard, parlaying her council work with her campaign for mayor in a unique combination of activity. So with all that, I can see Rebecca taking votes away from Libby, because Rebecca and Libby have similar agendas regarding, for example, bikes, like Libby's recent activity with the bike law, and of course Rebecca's activity with bike lanes, and then of course her work with transit, now with sports. But Rebecca's sports activity also impacts what Jean is doing. But then there's Nancy Sidebotham, who's coming along, and she's going to direct a laser focus on Rebecca. This is crazy. And then of course we've got Dan Siegel, who worked for Jean Kwan and quit on her and is now running against her. So, all of this spells that an unknown is more likely to win this race than ever before.